I'd like to introduce you to the other half of Celeste. And Glen, not to be outdone, is going to show you how his vegetarian sausage rolls are made.
Hi everyone. This afternoon I'll be making a vegetarian sausage roll. It's one of my favourite vegetarian dishes from basically being savoury. So we've got the ingredients here that we're going to be using. So we've got 2 cups of nuts. This is a mixture of pecan and Brazil nuts. 1 cup of rolled oats. We'll be boiling and mashing 1 potato. 1 small onion to be diced. 1 egg which we'll be using to wash the puff pastry that we'll be using. And then we've got a variety of herbs here and spices. So we've got some half a teaspoon of sage, some thyme, just some mixed herbs, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of veggie stock powder. I've got the puff pastry sitting in the fridge at the moment defrosting. You'll need 3 sheets of puff pastry. Okay, I've just diced 1 of the onion and also just boiled the potato and quickly just mashed it with a fork. We're now going to, my wife's actually let me use her food processor, which will make this whole process a little bit easier. I have done this by hand if you've just got a small kitchen whiz where you do the dry ingredients. If you need to afterwards, you can then just blend in the onion and the potato, and that's worked fine as well. So we're going to put our dry ingredients into the food processor to begin with. So we've got our 1 cup of the rolled oats, our 2 cups of nuts. As I said, I've used Brazil nuts and a cup of pecan nuts. And all our dry ingredients. So I'm just going to put this in and just check that now just to see that it's all been chopped evenly throughout. So you can already see it's almost like a mincemeat type texture already. So you can see how this is going to become the basis of our sausage roll. What we're going to do now is add the other ingredients. So I'm going to add the onions. Our potato. Being mashed and forked a little bit just to break it up before we put it into the mincer. And we'll put this back on, and then we'll add the liquid as it starts mixing in together. So if we have a look at this now, it does now look like a sausage mix, and this is going to be the basis of our sausage rolls. I'm just now going to grab the puff pastry, which has been sitting in the fridge defrosting, and we'll get these things filled. Okay, we're now to the next stage of assembling these sausage rolls. So I've just grabbed the 3 sheets of puff pastry which I've taken out and had sitting in the fridge defrosting. The oven is also preheating at 180 degrees Celsius. I'm just going to grab one of these puff pastries. If you're good enough, you can probably make your own puff pastries. These ones I've purchased from the store frozen. We're just going to take one of these sheets, take off the backing. You have to work, once you've got these out of the fridge, you do have to work relatively quick because they do get a little bit moist and sticky, as you can see. I'm just going to put that down. So each sheet will give you 2 long sausage rolls. So I'm just going to now cut this in half. The other thing I have done is with the one egg that we had, I've just beated that completely, because we will just brush these puff pastry with the egg mix, which will just give it a nice golden brown colour as it cooks up in the oven. Okay, we're just now going to take our mix here, and we're just going to, so with clean hands and clean fingers, just spread this out along the length of the puff pastry length here. So again, you can do it as kind of, I guess, as much filling as you would like, depending on how many you want to get out of this. So just keep in mind that you will have to roll this, so maybe don't get too greedy. Okay, so that's the first step of getting the mixture onto the puff pastry. We're now just going to fold these over. And again, I usually kind of do it to one edge, and what you find is once you've got it there, you can kind of just give it like flatten it down a little bit, so it will give it a bit of a base. So it's not going to roll around or anything in the oven, it's going to sit there once you put it on the baking paper in the oven. Again, the second one, just get it a bit flattened out. Okay, so we'll get these first two in the oven so that you can see the final results, and in the meantime I'll get onto the other two sheets that we need to finish for this batch of sausage rolls that we're doing. Okay, here's our final product. I've dished this up for Shirley. As a child I would have been eating this smothered in Heinz ketchup or any other tomato sauce or barbecue sauce. I've actually got just like a natural tomato sauce from one of our local cafes here in Stanmore, but I'll let Shirley try it as it is to start with.
Right, Glen, I'm going to taste this. This is your MasterChef moment. You know, the aroma is beautiful. It tastes like a sausage. It smells like there's a sausage roll. Let's see. Oh yeah, I can see almonds. Glen, if I was a meat eater, I wouldn't have known that this wasn't made with meat. It is not salty, it is crunchy, and I'm taking it home. Thank you.
Thank you, Shirley.
You can wait in the blue room while I give you a score.
Okay.
And you know you're competing with your wife today, right?
Great. Thanks, Shirley.
Thanks. Well, folks, we've had a lovely afternoon. We've tasted Glen's vegetarian sausage rolls and Celeste's amazing gluten-free, dairy-free almond lemon cake. I would like to say that people like Celeste and someone else I know whose name is Dora, and she runs a small business called Dora's Pantry. Dora and Celeste want you to feel the taste of the ingredients that are in their cakes. Apple, berries, pears, ricotta, almonds, lemon and orange, without the sugar syrups and the additives and the flavoring. And there is a difference. It does cost more, but what you are paying is pure, delicious food made by people who love what they do. We are having, or we will be starting, a new page called Let's Talk. On this page, we would like you to please tell us whether buying pastries or pies with less sugar and salt is worth it for you. We want to know, would you buy them and choose them in preference to the cheaper varieties you can get in the supermarket? I will attach a link to Dora's Pantry, and there's also a link to Celeste's Instagram page. Please leave your messages on Shirl's Pearls and let us know what you think. We'll see you soon. Have a great week. Bye.